What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track, back with another video. We're going to put Talladega behind us, even though it was a great race, great finish. Had a lot of fun watching. We had Brad Keselowski, we had Ford, so McDowell could have saved us. Obviously, huge bet on Brad Keselowski, which would have been great. But it just happens that way sometimes when you bet on NASCAR, especially be it at super speedways. So we're going to put that one behind us, and we are going to focus on Dover, which will be this Sunday, the day after my birthday. So I turned 25, and then I get to watch a good Dover race, which I'm excited about. Yeah, so I guess real quick before we get into it, let's do the plug for the NASCAR betting preview show. NASCAR betting preview show, the podcast feed on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, however you listen to your podcasts. Hit that follow button for plenty of great content from bettors around the NASCAR betting sphere, if you will. Trucks, Xfinity, Cup, like I talk. We've got it all for you. And of course, the NASCAR betting preview show, the actual show, the live show Wednesday on X at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is where you can find the live show. So there we go. Did the little plug, put Talladega behind us. It's in the rear view mirror. Speaking of the rear view mirror, let's talk about some guys that I think will be up front and only going to be seeing guys from the rear view mirror. So there it is. Here we go. Some bets at Dover. Number one, I honestly think this is probably my favorite bet of the weekend. Maybe there's one that I think you can get a little bit more value at, but right now I'm looking at Ross Chastain, who has been the fastest car at Dover in the next gen era. He's also good on concrete, and Dover is a concrete track. His only win last year came at Nashville, which is another concrete track. So it seems usually that Chastain just has success on these concrete tracks. He's got good speed at Dover. I expect another good car here this Sunday. So I think also just the way Ross's season has been going, like you can see the flashes in like he's close. Like it feels like he's due. Had a great run at what was that, Texas 2 weeks ago before getting wrecked by Byron at the end, where Chase Elliott ended up being the eventual winner. But Chastain has had some good runs recently. You just feel like he's due for a win. Had a great car at Vegas, Phoenix. He was good. He's really, honestly, he's been good quite everywhere this season. So I like Ross this weekend. Give me one sec because I want to see the most updated numbers on these guys. I checked this morning. I always do this. I feel like I should, like I have it written down, but you never know because the bets are constantly changing. So I want to get the most up-to-date number for you guys. So Ross right now plus 750. I think that number can shift around 10-1 if we do see maybe him not qualify well. Maybe he starts like 15th, 16th. I think he can get closer to 10-1. I think that would be a great bet. I would still take it at 7.5-1. So Ross Chastain to win is a great bet, I believe, this weekend. Bet number two, it's going to be a team prop. Let's see. I guess it's not listed yet on Rhode Island Sportsbook, which is where I bet. But if you do have team bets, I would go with Hendrick. If you don't have like winning team, then you can go manufacturer, and that would be Chevy, which right now Chevy is plus 120, about even with Toyota. Toyota coming in at plus 150. But if you can get the Hendrick Motorsports, that's probably going to be close to 3-1. They've got 4 drivers that should and can win this race. And I know you feel like you can say that quite a bit, but like last year, no, they had 2 guys. They had Larson and Byron that you could feel like should and can win pretty much every track we go to. I think now probably with Elliott getting Texas out of the way and that win, I feel like maybe 3 now. But when I look at Dover, Alex Bowman is a guy who has been very fast in his career at Dover, and also what was it, 2 years ago now, he had a great race at Dover. So I look at Hendrick with Byron, who led the most laps last year at the Dover race. You go Larson, who's been very fast, doesn't always get a deserving finish at Dover, but has been fast at Dover. Chase Elliott, first year in the next gen car, won here. Chase, like Chastain, also very good on concrete tracks. Chase has won at Nashville as well, which is another concrete track. So, and then add Bowman, who I feel like this is maybe coming into this Dover race. I feel like this is the best shot that Alex Bowman has so far this season to win a race. I really like Bowman's chances. So I would go Hendrick team bet if you can, if you have it. If not, take the manufacturer for Chevy and then place the outright on Alex Bowman. Right now, 16-1. Would not be surprised if that falls closer to 20-1, and you can get a really good bet for Alex Bowman. So Bowman, Hendrick, Chevy, all three of those I think are solid plays. I'm also going to add another outright name, Ryan Blaney. Can Ryan Blaney do it for Ford and get their first win 13-1? He was very fast here last year, qualified well, got a ton of stage points, had a good overall points race. And you just feel like Ford was due one last week with the McDowell and the Keselowski incident at Dega. I think Blaney's going to show up with a really good car here and kind of be on a mission to get one for Ford. I like Ryan Blaney. I like that number that you can get Blaney at right now, 13-1. Wouldn't be surprised if that slips to maybe even 15-1 if you shop around and wait till practice, wait till qualifying. But Blaney, another guy that I think you definitely want to look to have an outright on. And how about Martin Truex Jr.? Now, I know you think the name Martin Truex Jr. at Dover, normally you'd feel like, well, we need some rain because on Monday, Martin on Monday is pretty much a lock. But looks like the weather's going to be okay. I feel like sort of with the Chastain, first of all, Martin has been very good at Dover in his career. Obviously last year's winner at Dover, but again, it was a Monday race, so got to keep that in mind. But like Chastain, Truex feels due. I feel like that team and how good Joe Gibbs Racing has been and Toyota in general, they're missing a Truex win. They really are. And it feels like I don't want to do a storybook here. I don't want to do like a written story of a bet, but if this is Martin Truex Jr.'s last year in the Cup Series, which I think he's still on the fence if he wants to return. Again, not much has came out about that whole thing, but let's say it is. Let's say it's Truex last year in the Cup Series. Where did his first Cup win come? Came at Dover. When was that? Let's look back of exactly when that was. 2007 for DEI. Martin Truex Jr. got in victory lane at Dover. And I just feel like, if maybe this is his last time out there at Dover, how crazy would it be if he brings home the trophy from where it all began at the Monster Mile? So look, I don't want to do this whole storybook thing, but sometimes you just got to take those things into account. He's had I think he has 3 career wins here in the Cup Series. Great time to get his 4th. He's been fast. That team is due. They're doing well in the point standings. They're just missing a win. How crazy would it be if Martin Truex Jr. wins at Dover? This is his last time, and maybe, possibly his last career win. So again, sometimes you just got to think about that stuff, right? Like those storybook stuff, they often happen. I mean, look, Talladega last week, Michael Jordan at the racetrack at Talladega in that Jordan brand scheme, Tyler Reddick wins. Like that was a story that kind of was writing itself. And I feel like this Truex one, I don't know, maybe I'm talking it into existence here, but Truex outright, feel like that's a good bet right now. He's 6.5-1, so plus 650. That's a great number to get Truex at Dover. Wouldn't be surprised if that maybe goes honestly down to 5 and 4-1. So 650, I might take and wait, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it goes to 7.5 plus 750 with some guys like Denny, Ross, Byron, So yeah, we'll see, but I like that bet. And then one more guy that I'm going to give you a prop on. I think there's a couple ways you could play this. I'm going to give you a top 10 for Josh Berry at plus 200. I'll read out some of his stats at Dover. In the Xfinity Series, second, first, second in 3 career Dover starts in the Xfinity Series with JR Motorsports. Last year, filling in for Alex Bowman when Bowman broke his back. 10th at Dover in the 48 car, had a great run. We've seen some flashes of Josh Berry this year at short tracks, had a good run at Richmond, good run at Bristol, both qualified well at those tracks. So, obviously a short track guy now, this is a 1 mile track, but still a shorter track for sure. So Josh Berry plus 200 for a top 10. Let's go. Do they have? Yes, they sure do. Top Ford plus 1,200 for Josh Berry. Really only competing, in my opinion, against a guy like Blaney. I think Blaney's going to be fast. Busher also, I feel like, will be pretty good. He's usually pretty decent at Dover. But I think Berry 12-1 for top Ford. I think that's a great value bet to get here. So I would go with Berry for the top 10 and maybe sprinkle something on Josh Berry top Ford. So those are the bets for Dover this weekend. I'll read them off again. Chastain, Truex, and Blaney, as well as Bowman for outrights. Hendrick, team winning or Chevrolet, but I hope you can get Hendrick if you can shop around on some books. I know mine offers that. And what else? Berry, top 10, and top Ford at 12-1. Those are the bets. Want to know what you guys think? Put your bets in the comment section below. I'll see if we're on the same page, or if you're calling me crazy. Definitely give this video a like. It goes a long way for the channel. And if you are a rather first time viewer, first time watcher, hit that subscribe button. We talk plenty of motorsports. We talk bets, and we got another card video coming up. I got to unbox a 2022 National Treasures racing box of cards, literally the most elite box of cards in terms of NASCAR stuff that they have on the market. It was crazy. I hit a banger, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in unboxing cars. But other than that, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and let's win some money Sunday for Dover. Thanks for watching.